Hello everyone. I am Professor Amit Jadhav. In last lecture, we have seen some attack on the system. Today we are going to start with the attacking with Trojan, worms, and viruses. Okay, the attacker can damage the network and the system by putting the various types of malicious program. So viruses, Trojans, and worms are nothing but the programs that intruded in our system and that make our system damage. These programs are also known as the viruses. The more destructive malicious codes also referred as the malware. So viruses are nothing but the program that run on the system and that corrupt our whole system. And the malware is the more destructive than the viruses. Some malware are first one is the CIH Cranobly. This malware infects the executable files and spread running in infected file on Windows 95 and 98 systems. So this malware affect on the executable files. Generally, it affects on the Windows operating system because Windows operating system have a executable file with extension .exe. There are several of variants of CHI. These are the time bomb viruses which activate on predefined date and time. When defined date triggers, the virus starts overwriting the first 2048 sectors of every hard disk in computer and wipe out the file allocation table and cause the hard disk appear to be erased. So it's a very dangerous virus that known as the time bomb viruses. Here we can set the time and date to execute the program, and when it triggers, it will override the 2048 sectors of every hard disk, and also it clean all the table allocation. Next one is the Melissa. Melissa virus is distributed through email. This virus written in Visual Basic application and embedded in Microsoft Word document. When anyone open the infected document, the macro runs and send itself the first 50 addresses entries in every Microsoft Outlook API. So these addresses were mailing list addresses and result in rapid propagation of viruses. This virus produces mails in a huge volume and causes the denial of services on some email server. So this is also one of the dangerous malware that that occur due to the unethical attachment. And whenever the user get the mail and the attached file opened by the user, at that time the virus spread out in the system and it sends infected document to the 50 address entries in Microsoft Outlook. Next one is the code red. Code red was more than a worm. This virus spreads itself on the web server running Microsoft Internet Information Server software. Code red takes two-step infection and propagation. The code red takes the advantages of the Internet Information Server's vulnerability and overflows the buffer in the DLL to leave the server memory. Then it spread the code red, checks the IP address on port 80 of the computer to see if the web server is vulnerable. So it attacks on the server and attack on the server, that is the IS, and it take advantage of server's vulnerability. Okay, and it overflows the buffer in the DLL. Next one is the NIMDA. NIMDA virus made modification in web document and executable file on the infected system. This virus has made different duplicates of itself and spread by the means of email, network shares, and through getting the infected websites. So NIMDA affected the web documents and executable file. It create the duplication of itself. Okay, that means the file created duplication of itself. It attacked on the IIS version 4 and 5. NIMDA allows attacker to execute random commands on IIS machines that had not been fixed and result denial of service. So it execute different commands on IIS machine and generate the denial of services attack. There are three categories of malware. First one is the Trojan, second one is the viruses, and third one is the worms. Let's see one by one. Trojan is a program appears to be something that it is not. When the Trojan install, the hacker can exploit the security and get the unauthorized access. Trojan programs can be delete or modify the files. So Trojan is the program that appears to be something that is not. Okay, whenever the Trojan install, the hacker can exploit the security and gain authorized access. Trojan program can be deleted and modify files. So, Trojan installed in system by unauthentically, and it delete or modify the files. They transmit the file across the network to the attackers, and they can also install viruses and the other programs. It may possible that an executable script on website may install a Trojan. When the user access the website, that site can initiate the installation of program to run automatically if and only if the web browser is configured to allow such programs to run. Trojan use default behavior to Windows to masquerade to their true nature. So using Trojan, the application install on the different system also. The Trojan install in system through website. Whenever website allows by the browser, at that time the Trojan get install on system, and this Trojan virus is spread through websites, and it's quite dangerous for the system because it might modify the file structure. It install the new programs automatically. As the file extension is hidden by default, the hacker can name a file like flower.jpg, and it will be shown in Windows Explorer as a flower.jpg. It seems like the innocent graphics file when it is really executable program. When double click the picture, it will run the program. So how the hackers make fool to the user? They send the file with the name flower.jpg, but it nothing but the extends, it is nothing but the executable files, and whenever the user click on double click on it, it execute the Trojan program. Trojans that are intended to permit a programmer unapproved access over the system is now then called as the remote access Trojans. Okay. Then next one is the viruses. Virus is a piece of replicating code embedded within another program. Viruses are associated with the program files like hard disk, floppy disk, CD-ROMs, and emails attachment. Virus spread through diskette, seed, email, or file downloads from internet. Virus deletes or modify files. Sometimes a virus also change the location of files. Virus is slower than worm. So virus is nothing but the program. It's a self-replicating code. That means whenever it goes to the another machine, it creates its duplication. Viruses are associated with the program files like hard disk, floppy disk, and CD-ROM. So whenever we connected our floppy disk, hard disk to another machine, the virus get replicated in that system also. Viruses spread through diskette, CD, email, or the file downloaded from the internet. Virus deletes or modifies the file. Sometimes a virus also changes the location of file. Virus is slower than worm. Next point is some types of viruses are. First one is the boot sector virus. Second one application or program virus. Third one is the macro virus. So boot sector viruses. These viruses spread through a diskette. Virus is returned to the master boot record on the hard drive and then located into the computer's memory every uh, time the system booted. So it attacks on the boot sector, and whenever our system boot at that time, the virus gets spread. Then application or program viruses. The application are executable programs. When the application program runs, they infect the system. Uh, the virus is also attached to the some harmless program. When these programs get installed in the same time, the desirable programs get installed. So these viruses spread through the application. When the application is installed on the another system, at that time the virus gets spread on the system. Then macroviruses. Macroviruses are embedded in document which are using macros. For the example, Microsoft Word documents. So in Microsoft Word documents, the macros are ready-madely available, and whenever we start the application, the macro is embedded in the system. Viruses that are programmed to go off or to activate it and destroy data or the files on a mentioned data are called as the time bombs or logic bombs. So the virus that are programmed to go off or activated and destroy the data or files on mentioned date, that is time bomb that we have discussed earlier. Here we set the date and time, and the program is executed on the particular date and time. So it is known as the time bomb or logic bomb. Then next one is the worm codes that is replicated itself in order to consume or to bring it down through the computer network. It exploits security holes in network computer. It exploits a weakness in an application or the operating system by replicating itself. So worm spread out through the network. Whenever it attack on one system, it will infect the whole network. So it's most dangerous malware. For spreading, it can use the network to replicate itself to other computer systems without users' intervention. Usually, it does not infect files. Worms usually only monopolize the CPU and memory. Worms is faster than virus, so it replicated through the network. So these are some preventions and response. First, take off the following precautions to prevent your system from damage caused by Trojan and viruses, worms. First, turn off the preview and HTML mail options in email and client program. So this is the first thing. Avoid running .exe that execute a file from unidentified source, including those attached to email or downloaded from the web destination. So we should avoid the .exe file that comes from the unidentified source. From third, from unknown resource, do not open the Microsoft Office document without disabling the macros. So if you want to open the Word file, our macro should be disabled. Be careful while using the floppy. Right now we are not using floppy, but we must take care when we attach the pen drive to our system. Install firewall software, install antivirus software, then use behavior blocker tool, which is used to prevent the intrusion. These tools, the program that have been ability to execute the operations have not been explicited permitted. Next one is the use behavior detection solution for analyzing the executable files and access whether they are likely hosting to scan the system changes integrity checkers often. So these are the precautions that the user should be take to prevent from the viruses, worms, and malwares. So this is the I think so. Next one is the offense and incident transmission. Obscenity is considered the offense. The transmitting obscene data means transfer communicate medium transmission transmitting single etc. Obscenity is anything which appears to prevent interest or if its effect is tend to degrade and corrupt the personal. Example obscenity is the child pornography. So these are nothing but the offense did by the attacker. Punishment for the transmitting publishing obscene information in the electronic form. So the punishment is in section 67 Information IT Act 2008. Whoever transmit or cause to be transmitted in the electronic form information which contains the sexually expressive act or direct might be refused on first belief with the determine of either depreciation from the terms which may reach out the 5 years and with the fine may out of, stretch out to 10 lakh rupees and the case second of resulting conviction with detainment of either portrayal for the term which may reach out 7 years and furthermore the fine may be stretched out to 10 lakh rupees. So if the um, attackers or the hackers or the user spread out the sexual information through electronic form, it has a punishment of 5 years prison or fine of rupees 10 lakh. So this is the thing as per the section 67 in IT. First, transmit. So this is applicable for this thing. Transmit or the publish or cause be transmitted or the published material in electronic media from which the portrays children engage in sexual expressive act, creates, collects, seeks, browse, download, advertise, promotes, exchange or distribute the text, digital images or material in any electronic media from portraying children's in the obscene incident, sexual express or the behavior. Then includes the entities cultivate children, online relationship with one or more children for any sexual expression, act or behave that they may often reasonable adult in the computer or the resources, facilitate child abuse on online platform or if any recording are made on the own abuse or with the others relating to the sexual expression, act with the children. So these are the offense and punishment that I have told you earlier that 5 lakh, 10 lakh fine and 5 years prison. So here we end the lecture. Tomorrow we are going to see domain name ownership and reconstructing past internet activities event. So here we end the session. Thank you for watching.